Mala is very important. What is mala? Mala is your waste product. This is the only modality where we put so much emphasis on the quality of your waste product. Anything which is coming out of your body is not waste at all. It contains life. No matter if your body doesn't need it, but still it shows that everything is proper inside. I'll give you an example. Think about if you have excess of poop in your body. That condition is called diarrhea. That shows that there is something not regular inside the body. Something is going there inside the body. The opposite of this is no poop, constipation. Again, that shows digestion is not proper, process not proper. The same thing happens with the sweat. If someone sweats a lot, some people, they sweat from their palms also. That's the condition called hyperhidrosis, right? That's related with your nervous system. Nervous system. You become nervous and you perspire. Some people, they perspire a lot. Usually we don't have sweat because we don't have sweat glands here, but they have. So they perspire a lot. It is a condition, hyperhidrosis. So much of sweat is there, and whenever it's very difficult for them to write because the whole page gets wet. And some people, they never sweat. So again, the process is not there. Sometimes the sebaceous glands, we blame everything on the sweat glands, and we say, okay, there is no sweat glands, so maybe not. But that is also very important, your sweat. The same goes with the urine incontinence or excessive urination. You urine a lot, you pee a lot. Sometimes there is uncontrollable pee urge, right? So that means process is not proper. And sometimes there is no pee, like renal obstruction, urethral obstruction, no toilet is there, no pee is there. So it affects your kidney, right? So today we see the importance of mala in the body, right? But before we switch into it, let me tell you how many malas are there and what is the physiology of body according to Ayurveda. Maybe you have heard about physiology in modern science. We eat food, it goes into the channel, digested, goes into the circulations and work. But in Ayurveda, we eat food, and what happens to the food? Let's see. In Ayurveda, the digestion is very important. We believe that everything originates from here. We believe that all the diseases originates from digestion. Let's see how. We eat food, it goes into the digestion, and it changes into ahar ras. the end product, the fruitful product of digestion, right? The end product after the digestion, whatever you got, nutrition, then it first forms the first tissue of the body, that is rasa. It's the first tissue. Right? After the whole first tissue was formed, the second tissue was formed. This is the second one, Rakta. Then comes the third one, Mas. Then the fourth, Med. What are they? We'll see. Fifth, sixth, and the last one is Shukra. These are the tissues of the body. We have 7 tissues of the body. And they form in this sequence. Keep always in mind, it's not simultaneously forming. In modern science, they are forming simultaneously. You eat and everything is forming simultaneously. If you eat iron, blood forms. If you drink water and other nutrients, watery content, lymph form. If you eat protein, muscles form. But in Ayurvedic theory, it's the process, one by one it forms. Okay? In this process, the end product is Shukra. Let's see what is the English, like how you correlate it. So, lymph and plasma of your body. First, it forms. Then forms blood component. RBC, WBC, you can correlate it with red cells. Then further digestion is occurring and it become more condensed. It's become muscle cell, muscle tissues. Okay? And Meda is an adipose tissue of the body, which give lubrication and which give strength to the body. Adipose tissues are very important because they act like a shock cushion. They absorb all the shock of the body. Asthi is the bone tissue. Majja is the marrow inside the bone, and neurons or nerve related nervous tissue. And at the end we have reproductive cell. The whole process takes 1 month. If it's normal. Almost a month. Sorry? The whole process. Which one? Majja. Marrow, bone marrow. Reproductive cell. So here the totipotent cell, pluripotent cell, regenerate stem cells. Have you heard about stem cells? It comes into this category. Even sperm and ova comes into this category because they have capability to produce a new progeny. And this is the process. In this process, certain malas originates. During this process, poop, urine, and sweat. Poop and urine. When we say trimala, trimalas means stool, your poop, urine, and sweat. These are the major ones. Trimalas. Okay?
Sorry, can I ask you?
Yeah.
So the Anara Rasa, what is that exactly?
Ahar rasa, it's
Oh,
ahar.
oh, sorry.
Food byproduct, you can say.
Okay.
End product, you can say.
And okay.
After digestion, whatever the fruitful product is there, that is one aside, and the rest goes and makes the mala. Whatever is not required, it changes into mala. Whatever is required, it goes for the further digestion. If you see the whole process, as I said, it takes 30 days, right? Here comes a very important thing, the preservation of end product, end tissue. If you are wasting the end tissue, the process fasten up. Think about demand and supply. If you aimlessly destroy your shukra tissue, the whole process will fasten up and you will not get the quality. So it affects your overall health. That's why in yoga, in Ayurveda, celibacy is so important. Control of your sexual urge is so important because you cannot aimlessly destroy those cells, waste those cells, because that affects your overall health, not just physical, mental also, your nervous system also, because just before that we have a nervous system, nervous tissue. It destroys your health. Ayurveda says in this way. That's why we say, why we talk so much about celibacy, why we talk about brahmacharya, why we say control this urge. And once you control this urge, this will lead to ojas, vitality, immunity. Have you seen a big saints, the glow in their face, the aura? You see them, they're lustrous entities. Usually we make a halos, right? Just behind them. That's not a halo, that's the aura coming, the reflection coming out of them. Because they conserve this energy.
Who is this?
The big saints, if we talk about, the ancient scholars who do kundalini, who do different yogic practices. The ancient scholar, they go to the Himalayas, they then do their meditation, sadhana, tapa, japa. So they get that ojas and they control these things. They control their natural urges. Right? And they limit their dietary habits so that their digestion become proper. Yes. And at the same time, they channelizes their energies in this. Right? They cleanse their body.
How you channelize your energy into step?
Like in every step, you have to take up precautions. Like the food choices should be good. You need to check your gut health, gut personality, and then choose wisely. Chew it properly, follow all dietary regulations, what Ayurveda says, right? And then if your digestion is proper, you get a good byproduct, end product. If good end product is there, it forms a good rasa. Then you have to keep your eyes open and you need to check your rasa quality. Rasa means your lymph and plasma quality, it should be good. Then your blood components, right? And then, right. Have you, do you know about Agnis? What are the fire in the body? How many fires we have in the body?
No.
Okay. Let me touch here also because that's very important. We have 13 Agnis in the body. Fire.
Oh.
Fire. There are 13 kind of fire in the body. One is your digestive fire. here, which works here in this level. Digestive fire. And the name of this fire is, in Ayurveda, we call Jataragni. First one. Jatar Agni. Jatar means something which lives in the digestive area. Agni. This is the major Agni in the body. The fire which digests your food completely. There are some dietary rules and regulations which help to increase your digestive fire, which you say metabolism, which you say digestive caliber. That's the Jataragni in Ayurveda. Then it forms the Aharas. Then each tissue has its own Agni. So Rasa Agni, Rakta Agni, it works on this area. Yes, you have to add Agni in every tissue. Then again Masa Agni, Meda Agni, Asthi Agni, and Asthi Agni, Majja Agni, Shukra Agni. Like a milk, you boil a milk. The more you boil, the more it becomes condensed. At the end, you'll get the butter. If you boil again the butter, it turns into ghee, clarified butter. The same thing happens here in the body. But if you interrupt, if you switch off your stove or cooking, it arrests there.
Question in Shukra, basically, if you're married and sexual relationship, it's gonna mess up your.
There is a different ashrams of life. So up to brahmacharya, you have to follow celibacy. Up to certain age, before you getting into the married. Right? So before wedding, you have to maintain, there is a certain age. In Ayurvedic philosophy, if you read more about it, there are the different lifespans of your, like throughout your life, there are different lifespans where you have to maintain certain things. So up to the age of 25, 21 to 25, you have to maintain that thing. Since because that's the developmental age. You increase your skills, you increase your intellect, everything. So one should maintain that. Once you enter the Grihastha ashram at the age of 25, then you can have a good progeny. Then you can have. But they are talking about not a complete celibacy in your wedding life, but it shouldn't be like too much that it hampers the other dhatus or other tissues. It should be in a controlled manner. Right? It's very hilarious nowadays. But think when it is a concept written 5,000 or 10,000 years back, how much they are aware that, okay, this is going to be troublesome one day. So let's create a concept which conserve the energy of human beings. Right? Now the exposures are very different. It's very hard. But still, the people who tries, they have their Kundalini. Kundalini cannot be attained just by having any kind of a course and you just raise your Kundalini. It needs your discipline, it needs your devotion, dedication a lot. At the same time, a lifestyle. At the same time, code of conduct. Very important. Ayurveda is not just about eating good and living good. Code of conduct is also very important. How to behave socially. Because people are, they are physically fit, they are mentally fit, but when they behave socially and spiritually, they are not fit. That's also very important. Health can be attained in all the four aspects: physical, mental, social, and spiritual. Spiritual doesn't mean religious. It's a big difference between spiritual and religion, religious belief. So yeah.